We're set to go. There's the green flashing light on their racing, and Simply Clever from barrier 1 began okay. From the deep, he's perfectly ideal, commenced well, and showing up is Panaceous Seal, but he's perfectly ideal with a wing on every hoof. Is trying to drive across the face of the field, is 3 metres in front, 4 metres in front, and finds the pegs. Second at the moment, Panaceous Seal, and then came Simply Clever. They were followed by Major Crisis. The next one as they swing into the lane was Clement Sorrell, and further back in the field then as they work their way down the home straight, a couple in trouble there. Just mixing its gait for a stride or two, was caught on the edge and just inconvenienced Donkey, it seemed. Mortenson's up on the inside, and further back in the field then as Kiwi Stride, followed by Donkey second last, and Who's a Ginger is at the tail of the field. 39.5 was the lead time. He's perfectly ideal, steadied in front, leads the way by 5 metres. Up on the outside now, just taking closer order, Major Crisis. Third is Panaceous Seal, and caught on the edge. Well, it's out there in no man's land, 3 wide. Further back in the field then as they run down the back, driven hard was Clement Sorrell to try and keep the back of those in front, and then came further back in the field to Simply Clever. Now McDowell's been able to slot in one off the inside and has been able to grab the 1-1. Further back then is Mortenson, followed by Kiwi Stride, well back Donkey, and tailing out now is Who's a Ginger. They work into the home straight now. They'll get the winning post, the judge and the bell, and a 3 wide train starts. Coming up on the outside is Kiwi Stride, trying to keep its back Donkey. They're down the straight. He's perfectly ideal leads. Major Crisis parked second. 3 deep and working Kiwi Stride. Panaceous Seal leaders back. Caught on the edges in the 1-1 but in traffic. And then came Simply Clever. They were followed by Donkey, Clement Sorrell, Mortenson, the pegs, and tailed off Who's a Ginger. 30-7 the second quarter. 61-6 the half. He's perfectly ideal's about a head in front. Almost on terms as Major Crisis. And then came Panaceous Seal, Kiwi Stride, caught on the edge. Don't want shares in them. And then came Simply Clever. Further back in the field then as Donkey, and Mortenson heads the remainder. They work off the back, 30 the quarter, and Major Crisis, and he's perfectly ideal. They're locked in battle. Stalking them in third spot is Panaceous Seal, and as they come to the home turn, trying to raise another effort was Kiwi Stride. He's perfectly ideal, being joined by Major Crisis. Now Kiwi Stride is starting to close in, and further back then to Panaceous Seal. Major Crisis, he's perfectly ideal. They're both out on their feet. They've reached the line, and it looks like he's perfectly ideal as one at a nostril. Photo finish. Major Crisis and He's Perfectly Ideal. They were followed then by Kiwi Stride, Panaceous Seal, Mortenson, followed by Clement Sorrell. The next one, Simply Clever. Caught on the edge. Well, it's finished well back. Last Donkey of the main group, and Who's a Ginger tailed right off.